All right, good evening. Welcome to North Atlanta High School's Go Team meeting where we will follow the agenda that has already been mailed to you and publicly noticed. I'm pleased to call this meeting to order. I will act in the capacity of the interim Go Team chair for this meeting. Our first order of business is to approve the agenda.
I've viewed the agenda and I make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you.
Can you say your name so I can
Oh,
make
I'm
sure?
sorry, Tanya Wismer.
Okay.
Second was Megan Watkins.
All right, our next order of business will be to review and approve the minutes from the last meeting. I shared those minutes with you all. Are there any corrections?
None that I could see.
Is there a motion to
Wait, hold
approve?
on. My name was spelled incorrectly in the minutes. I noticed. I saw it in the other minutes too, but I caught it this time. But my name has an R. My first name has an R in it, and I noticed in the minutes there is no R.
Okay.
on my-
Can you can you spell the full name just so that I'll
It's Donitra, Dawnitra.
okay.
That's my first name. Yeah.
Okay. Got
Thank
it.
you. Thanks.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Megan Watkins makes a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Quigley seconds the motion.
Thank you. So those are all of our action items. We're going on to our discussion items, which will be the strategic plan development. Let me show the slide. All right, so we've been working on this now. This is our third meeting. We know the purpose, and I'm not going to read these things to you. And we are within the timeline because we have to have this finalized by January. We've done a lot of work on this plan. Good work, guys. So, in APS, this is APS's strategic plan for the next year. And we've discussed this again. I'm not going to read that to you. We're all familiar with it. We reviewed our mission and vision, and we decided that there were no edits or changes to our mission and vision because it does align with APS's mission and vision. And we approved that last meeting. We also approved our proposed goal. These are our goals for our North Atlanta strategic plan. And we approved these goals the last minute meeting, excuse me. So I have them here. I won't read those, but everybody should be familiar with those because I've added them to our strategic plan. And if you're looking ahead, the last slide of the presentation is what we'll go over today as our strategic plan, and we'll make some edits. So today we're going to select our objectives, and a lot of the work I've done on the front end for us so that all we have to do is tweak. But we do have an exercise that we have to do where we look at the last strategic plan, look at the y'all know I can't see the strategic priorities. Look at what North Atlanta had, see if we need to continue with those, start new, or stop. So this was our strategic plan. You see, these are our priorities. I've put a box around them and they're right here. So our guiding questions. Can you all read this? Can everybody
I was about
see
to
it?
ask if you could make it a little bit bigger.
I don't know how to do that.
Dr. Mitchell, I think it's your presentation. If you go to your share screen,
Mhm.
you should be able to share just the presentation itself, not
Oh,
like
okay.
word
I'm
view.
sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
If you, do you have another, like when you go to the share button at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
do you see multiple screens come up for you?
Yes, I do.
And okay, there you go. You got it.
But
Yeah,
is this full screen for you all?
that's better.
Okay. So, in the last plan under Mr. Douglas, they were improving student mastery in the content areas for Milestone ELC, which we're still working on. And I'm sorry, let me go back because there were some guiding questions. Okay. What current priorities, activities are not having the needed impact and should be stopped? So, we were improving our content mastery and our overall achievement scores for Milestone EOC. We wanted to implement all of the IB programs with Fidelity. Remember, we have an MYP program, a DP, and a CP program. We wanted to improve the graduation rate, provide greater support for at-risk students, ensure that instructional resources and supplies are available to every teacher and staff, develop a positive, informed, and engaged school community, and support efforts to build community and school spirit. Is there anything there that you think we need to stop? Well, are there any priorities or activities that are no longer aligned with our mission, vision, and goals or focus areas?
That
So
all
it
looks good to me.
sounds like these are things we need to continue to do. Let's keep moving. So continue. What current practices, activities are working well and should be maintained? I think, and I'll hush so you all can chime in, but I think all of these things are things that we are actively working on. I think our implementing the IB programs with Fidelity is working well and should be continued. We are always working to improve achievement for our students. That's an ongoing thing, and we will continue that. We are always trying to improve the graduation rate. We are always trying to provide greater support for our at-risk students. 5 years ago, they didn't name those students. I think that we have singled out groups in our plan. And we always need to make sure our teachers have instructional resources. That's a priority in the budget. And we've been spending a lot of time talking about a positive, informed, and engaged school community, trying to get parent support and build community and school spirit. So I think that we should continue doing all of those.
I agree. I'm just wondering, and you may get to it. I liked what Laura LaHiff said the last time we were all together that about kind of the bubble kids
Mm-hmm.
who are not quite at risk, but also aren't like doing everything, like how we had talked about buddying up some of those kids. I'm sure you probably have that somewhere else, but I just want to maybe expound on that a little bit more.
So identifying our strategic objectives, I put some of those things that were our priorities before in this box because they align. Really, I could go back and put everything, but they align with our current plan. I will go back and make, since we've said they all of those things we need to continue to do, I'll add all of them here in red.
Looks good. Thank you.
So now we're going to align our objectives to the district's new focus. So let me get to that slide so you can see the work. Guiding questions. Are there any new objectives we must start to completely address our 2025 through 2030 strategic goals? Do we have one or two objectives for each focus area? So this is probably hard to read because they had to fit a lot in a small space. But these are the objectives that I came up with the help of ChatGPT. I took the priorities and our goals, and then the district's focus, and work to find, to whittle those things, to combine all three of those things to make real objectives that we can accomplish. So we are strengthening our instructional core that right now that says we're improving. Right now, our instructional delivery method is explicit direct instruction. That comes from the superintendent. It may be that's too specific and I need to take that out, but just to say that we're improving content mastery by implementing Tier 1 instructional practices that will encourage rigor. That is in our CIP goal. Do y'all think I need to take
I would take it
EDI
out.
out? Take
I
it
would
out
take it out
just in
because you
case.
know how this goes.
Yeah,
Anyways, yeah, it could
so it
change.
would
Like,
fit.
yeah.
Okay,
So
and
it
then
can encompass whatever it is that we're
yeah,
using to keep us
and
on
Tier
tier
1
one.
instruction
Right,
encompasses all
right,
of that.
right. Yeah.
And then the other objective is to align PD to school-wide instructional priorities with clear follow-up and accountability. What do you all feel about that? Does it need to be more specific? Do you understand that? Do we need to change it?
I like it. I'm just as a teacher, I would ask, what is your follow? Like if I've been to stuff, what would be when you say I'm just asking for me,
Oh,
what is the
okay.
follow up like,
Well,
and how
right
am I going to
now
be held
we
accountable?
follow up multiple ways. We have
Okay,
teachers doing instructional walks. Every teacher in our building
to get chances
gets
to
to
coach and stuff.
observe every other
Okay,
teacher in our
cool.
building. So
That's awesome.
we're doing instructional walks. We
Okay,
do our observation data is not the only way, but we
right.
look at our summative test assessment data. Our administrators are participating in PLC meetings. So the follow-up is happening a lot of different ways, but we're just inspecting what we expect and trying to make sure that we are following the things that we said we would do to meet our goal. And I do want to say that we are well on our way. I want to take a moment to brag on our teachers. I am so pleased with what I am seeing. I keep hearing great things from parents and from other staff members. It good work is being done here. Yes, ma'am. I see your hand is raised.
Here, yes, I do believe that North Atlanta, sorry for barking dogs, is definitely a place where so many kids find their own place to be in the community that is North Atlanta. And I think that's so super commendable. The other thing that I was going to mention again in the strategic goals is that we are also bearing in mind the very rapidly changing AI environment and how that will affect our students now as they go through North Atlanta High School and at the end of North Atlanta High School with whatever they're doing. It's so rapidly moving. It's easy to kind of want to kind of like put your head under the rug and kind of hope that it all blows over, but it's
No, it's
I mean,
not.
you just hear it day after day how I think it was Virginia Tech that just announced today that they have so many applications that they're now going to be deploying AI on student essays in the applications. And that's kind of causing some, you know, some flutterings and some, dividing camps into
Well, what
two.
I can say is that and I've not been on Go Team for multiple years, I think Tanya has. Is there a place where we can edit this plan if things change, or if we need to add something additional each year?
It's a living document. I mean,
Okay,
it's not meant to be, I mean, they don't want you like changing it all the time. But I mean, if we see something where we're like, hey, this isn't working and we need to go in this direction. Yeah, it's a living document. We can do, yeah, we can if we have the
okay,
justification. Yeah.
okay. For we are caring for every child, we want to increase student attendance by implementing personalized attendance plans and conducting regular check-ins with students and families, which is something we do right now. We're spending a lot. We have one person dedicated to attendance, and she meets weekly with an attendance team. She's meeting with parents. There is a personalized plan for each child who is on her caseload, and she is seeing gain. We are seeing gains. Our attendance improved 8 points last year. I'm excited to see how it will improve this year. And we are I said weekly, I meant bi-weekly. We're conducting bi-weekly attendance meetings and monthly whole child meetings to review student progress, suggest interventions, and ensure consistent support for those identified students. I think the teachers are tired of some of the checking that we're doing, which we have to do it. So does that sound pretty good? That's those things align with our goal, and it fits under we are caring for every child. Are there any edits? Thumbs up.
Looks good to me.
Okay. And then we are sparking student curiosity. We want to increase the number of students, particularly minority students, participating and succeeding in the IB program. That should be programs. I'll go back and add an S because there are multiple. By conducting targeted recruitment based on data, hosting more IB information sessions with parents and students, and providing more tutorial sessions to support students in advanced classes. And this is where I can add, and something I will add here is to add the mentoring. I know that the spirit of your mentoring, Laura, was not necessarily around IB, but this is an opportunity for us to pair students who are currently in the IB program with students who are not in the IB program but have the potential to join their junior year, so that they see faces that look like them, and it just helps them feel like they can. So I do want to add that.
When this says participating and succeeding in the IB program, does that mean on the diploma track or just
Yeah.
take? Okay.
Either the diploma track, it's either program. So either you're going to earn your diploma or earn the certificate. But we
Okay.
want you to successfully complete whichever program you start, IB, DP, or CP.
Got
And then we're providing professional development focused on inquiry-based instruction, student engagement strategies, and culturally responsive practices to strengthen teacher capacity. That helps us meet our students where they are. And we're actually doing a lot of this now. We're doing this at the school level, and we'll continue to do that. Any changes or edits other than the one I suggested for increase the number of students, the first one? Okay, so we're moving fast. I knew this was gonna be.
Dr. Mitchell, I did just drop a little note in the chat just to
What
say
is,
leave program as program, don't change it to plural. The
uh-huh,
IB program is it's the title of the whole thing, and
mhm,
underneath it is DP, CP, NYP, PYP. So
okay,
you can do program.
leave it.
Yeah.
I will. All right, so here, guiding questions. Are there any new objectives that we start or completely address, start to completely address now? Do we have one or two objectives for the focus areas? So here we are a community of believers. Our strength is our team. And one of the objectives would be to leverage the collective expertise of teachers, support staff, and instructional leaders to develop high quality data driven instruction through effective PLC practicing, shared best practices, and targeted intervention. Any edits there? That is what we are doing. And there's so much evidence that that's going on this year for sure. We're being intentional about capturing that evidence. And then strengthening our school-wide systems of support so that all staff are working collaboratively to reduce chronic absenteeism and promote student engagement. We are continuing to get, and I think it's getting better. It's hard for teachers have a lot on their plates. And I have seen, because I've been looking in the contact log, the reports, teachers are calling parents about attendance and other things. the lessons. We're going to do that video because I'm so proud of what's going on in the building. So I think that as we continue to strengthen our process for that, we will see more of it. Any edits for strengthening our team?
Yes, I would take the S off of students.
Promote student. Thank you. Okay, our responsibility is shared. All staff members will work collectively to improve student achievement. And
Dr. Mitchell, I'm sorry to interrupt.
yes,
I'm
ma'am.
wondering about that prior point. Is the focus on the chronic absenteeism or is the
Yes.
focus on the student engagement?
The focus is on both. We have goals to address both things. If you go back to our goal, one of our goals is to increase the percentage of students who are not chronically absent. And then promoting student engagement refers to our goal to improve achievement. So they're
Right.
both goals.
It's hard to improve engagement if they're not there.
I know, absolutely. I'm not arguing against it. It rhetorically, you've foregrounded chronic absenteeism, and it feels like that's the thrust of the
Mhm.
point. I wonder if you want to say both promote student engagement and reduce chronic absenteeism.
Okay.
I don't mean to be picky. I'm just, an outside reader might think like, oh, that's all they're doing is chronic absenteeism. Thank you.
I'm getting it down. Okay, our responsibility is shared. All staff members will work collaborative. Oh, I just read it. We're working collaboratively to improve student achievement through planning, data, shared ownership of instructional outcomes. And access. I'm sorry, I forgot to read that one. So we're focusing on Algebra 1, Biology, Lit 2, and access. We had a training and we went through CCRPI. There are things that people can do to improve literacy, but I'm still unclear as to what we need to do across the school to help our Algebra 1 team. Ms. Quigley, you got any ideas? I see things that we are doing to help biology, lit 2, and access because reading and writing across the curriculum helps all three of those.
I mean, I agree with you that the biggest thing that could help Algebra 1 is increasing their reading literacy and comprehension.
Okay.
Like if that is just, I can't even stress how important it is for kids to be able to read and comprehend in order for them to do better in math.
And a lot of the problems on these assessments are in context, so that makes perfect sense. And that
Exactly.
is what we are asking everybody to do.
And I can tell you too, as an
Mhm.
exceptional ed teacher, and I co-teach Algebra 1. I talked about with you the other night. No offense. I can co-teach any class. I can walk into any high school class and pick it up and run with it. Math, y'all speak a whole nother language. So I'm constantly, you do, and it's okay. I don't mean it in a mean way, but sometimes I have to tell my math teacher or my math coach, and they laugh at me. Sometimes I have to say, they'll use a very, I'm trying to think what we just did what was I talking to you about completing the square and you used a
Mhm.
word and I was like, no, I used another word. And I know it's what they're going to see on the EOC. So I think part of that too is if the math teachers in general, if you can come up with a more generic term like the parabola opens up. Well, and he kept wanting to say, or today, like parent function was something we were
Mhm.
doing. And I kept having to tell them that was the one we started with. So that was like, we
Right.
had to
So
keep going back. So I
it's
think
a
that,
tiered approach. It should be a tiered approach. It
yeah,
should be doing both things because you have to
but are all
build
the
in the
teachers
algebra
doing that
vocabulary.
though? I don't think,
I
I
mean,
just
our team
know,
is, I
okay, well,
can't
that's
speak
good.
across
That's
the
good.
district, but
Because for
our team
me,
certainly is.
I try to use and then wing them off of the other vocabulary and go back into parent, like I'll slowly remember,
Math
like that's part of that
vocabulary.
too. That's vocabulary.
Vocabulary
It
is a
makes, I
very,
think
very
in math,
important part.
vocabulary can be
Yeah.
very intimidating. So,
Yes, but
Like I
it's an
said, it's like
important part of how they teach.
exactly.
yeah,
When you mentioned that it's like its own language, you're absolutely correct.
it
And
is.
in any new language, you have to learn new vocabulary. So
Right.
as part of what you're saying, it's a tiered approach. We use guided
Yep.
notes, we have diagrams, we do all of these things to help them connect layman's terms to
Yeah,
what the
that's good.
actual
I think though,
language is.
if you don't have any kind of real world connection to that new vocabulary, you still, that's what I guess for me as the access person, um, with my babies and with all the kids, every kid in my class, is, in our, they're low. So, even if they don't
I
have an
teach
IEP or
support all day.
504,
I
so
get it.
you get, yeah. So, there are a lot of times where I have to say, hold on one second. So when you're saying whatever, you're really just telling us, okay, so y'all remember that. And I'm gonna let you say that for now, but soon we're gonna stop saying that. I'm gonna keep reminding you. So I think, yeah, that's good. That I have found just for me, a lot of times that helps me as well. And y'all do speak a whole like very brilliant language that the rest of us,
Say French.
yeah.
I could only I came up with one. I guess I must have gotten tired here. It said we only needed one goal. Do you all have an additional goal that you think we can add under our responsibility is shared?
I mean, is there something we need to do with like really bringing in the community and parents? And I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like because a lot of the stuff with the district now is pointing in that direction of like community and family engagement. So,
We could
or do you
well,
want to put that somewhere
we
else?
we are
Or
using, no, I think you're right. We are using our parent monthly parent workshops to inform parents so they know what uh what they need to know to prepare their students for end of course, how to help their students if they're struggling, how to read a transcript, various things. So
okay,
I guess I can work on this and send out another goal involving.
because I just would hate to have it all put on the back of the staff. You know what I mean? Like, I think
Mhm.
there needs to be something also too, or the families have to be engaged as well, and
Okay.
we're doing what we can to help promote that through, you know,
Some
making it
sort of
easy for them to get.
communication, like
Yeah.
there's effective communication and it I don't know what the verbiage would be, but I agree with Miss Wismer, but that we also there um like however parents were reaching out to them, it needs to be accurate and like it actually worked. Their phone numbers work, their emails work. Like those
Mhm.
things need to
Probably as
work so that
easy
we
as
can
y'all are
communicate
reaching
with
out
them.
to us, it should be as easy as for us to reach out to you as well too. Because I found that to be kind of a little bit difficult sometimes, like getting in touch with whoever I need to, like somehow the two-way street of it as well. Yeah.
Mhm. So I'll look at that and add something about the community there. And then our last thing, our school is efficient and effective. We are working to implement consistent school-wide systems for collecting, analyzing, and responding to student data to ensure timely instructional adjustments, targeted supports, and monthly monitoring of progress towards proficiency, access growth, and advanced coursework place participation. And those systems include everybody, grad coaches, counselors, everybody, our attendance specialists, teachers, admin, everybody.
Is there a place somewhere here too where I don't know if I like addressing the whole child? Like that needs to be something that we're really looking at, especially it kind of goes in with the AI, goes in with all that kind of stuff, and we're really addressing all
Where would
the
you think
whole,
that
I
would
don't
go?
know. Um, maybe in our shared responsibility or
So
I don't know.
we don't have to approve the plan until January, where we
Okay.
look at it one more time.
Sorry, I'm trying to get
So so I think that this is our time now to make
okay.
edits. So if there's something you want to add under one of those, that to come with that idea
Okay.
at the next meeting so that send it to me before the next meeting
Okay.
so I
Okay.
can have it in the template and we can approve
Flesh it
the
out. Okay.
plan.
Thank you, Dr.
Does
Mitchell.
that sound fair?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And Dr.
Um,
Mitchell, to add to Tanya's idea about
Yes, Mina.
community engagement, I'd love to have something that speaks to like creating more opportunities for the families to be at the school in activities that are more interesting to them or necessary or uh
And tell me what I'm a little confused. Like, give me an example of what you
well, I
mean.
mean, for example, the monthly parent meetings are
Mm-hmm.
one strong example.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there are opportunities to like educate parents about career opportunities that
Mm-hmm.
aren't necessarily college oriented, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The school, I mean, it would require time and people who want to spend the energy on it, but the school can also be a space where, community members can come and learn about other, like, what is in the curriculum,
Completing a FAFSA form or,
yeah,
whatever.
We have those nights.
Okay.
We have a night
Okay.
to complete FAFSA. We
Okay.
have a night where we talk to parents whose students know they want to pursue a vocation. They already know what vocation. We talk about ACCA. That's our
Well, I think with
college
the
and career.
new being on the facilities task force, that's going to change a lot of that too. So that's going to yeah, that's going to open some doorways too in terms of like, but that'll just you can make
Right.
that naturally fit into other places. Yeah.
I wonder how that will look, but this plea, you'll see the last slide is a
Okay.
plan. I am inviting everybody. I didn't send you a PDF version of this. It is a live version that you can edit. You've got it.
okay.
So on that
Do you
back
want to
page,
make a copy though? Make a copy of your original version that way.
I've got
nothing.
it.
Oh, okay. I was like, I
So
don't want anything to get
it's
taken
not a
out.
Google form.
Okay.
So when if you want to add an objective or make a change, make it in like a color, red or blue, and
Okay.
then send it to me prior to the
Do you
meeting.
want us to put our initials by it? That way,
Sure.
Well, then you know who did it. I mean, it's,
And then I'll put it together and we can vote to see, yes, if this is what we want.
Okay.
Okay.
This is really good.
So where we're going to vote on the strategic plan in our January meeting. When is our January meeting?
It is. Hold on, and I will tell you.
I got it. I beat you to it. It's January
January
22nd.
22nd.
So
Yeah.
we will, so you've got some time to think about it. All of this doesn't
Yep.
have to be done overnight, but prior to the 22nd, let's get our plan together, make those edits. We'll vote on it at that meeting. We will rank our strategic objectives and we will begin discussion about the budget. So
Budget, yeah.
I'm assuming I will know what our budget is.
They're going to give you the budget by January 22nd, you think?
I think so. I had it
Oh,
last
wow.
year
You're
by
getting it
that
earlier.
time.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. So then
So
we can
are
have,
there any questions?
if you'll stay on for just a minute when we're done, because I just want to ask you one thing about the next
Okay,
one.
we're not quite done yet, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
we're getting done. So what am I doing? I've done something to this watch, Lord.
Dr. Mitchell, I had one question for just procedurally with the notification for public comment. Is
Mhm.
that, did you need me to do anything else with
There
posting
was
that,
not
or-
public comment for this meeting. This
Right.
was a meeting we added. So no, just continue to review it before the meetings like you
Okay.
do to let
Okay.
us know if there's something.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was up and you didn't need anything else. Perfect, thanks.
Yes. Okay. I went too fast. Were there any other questions about our next steps about our strategic plan? Okay. My principal's report is it's kind of shallow this month. I'm a tired lady. We had last night since I've been here, since 2008, our first athletics banquet. And while that doesn't sound maybe like a big deal to some of you all, it was so beautiful. And I got so much positive feedback for parents. My thought is always, let's celebrate children every chance we get. Um, and the one of the ladies I was talking to was like, well, isn't that redundant? No, because some people don't get celebrated after they leave high school. You know, we don't, all of us take different paths in life. So I'm all for celebrating, and it was just so beautiful. So we will have another one for spring sports. So if your students play sports, please, please, please come. The dinner was great. The program was great. We gave out awards. It was a feel-good moment. I'm very proud of the direction we're moving in. Recovery will start in January. We have a Power Up program, and that really is recovery. We let students recover credit for that they missed from first semester if they have a 60 or higher. Miss Quigley, is that correct?
Yes, 60%.
Okay. And Project Hope is another part of our program, but that's not recovery. That is truly to work with students who are going to take, those are our bubble kids who are present, who are not behavior issues, but not quite there in terms of end of course test preparation. So we'll do that in all of our EOC courses. And we're also going to start a mentoring program.
How do we identify the Project Hope kids? How are we identifying
The
that?
teachers do that. They
Okay.
look at their grades. They are not the best students, but they are the students who will. We want somebody who comes to school because that
Okay.
means they'll come to the after school program.
Okay.
And we don't want behavior issues because we want to
Right.
spend all our time. So
Right.
those kids and the teachers for biology, algebra 1 and lit 2 are
Okay.
identifying those
So
students.
we're doing it straight. We're looking at the EOCs right this
Mhm.
moment, right? Okay. Because I'm thinking about my own child. She could benefit from something like this just with her
Is she a sophomore?
anx. Yeah, Wimberley's a sophomore,
I
but she
thought
has
so.
heard all the anxiety she has about IB
She
and
can
everything.
do it.
She's okay. Okay.
Even if she's an AP Lang, she can do this
Okay.
because she has to take the Lit 2 assessment. So follow up with me in
Okay.
January. I'll
I
make
mean,
sure
she
to
is
add her.
super anxious. She's just anxiety ridden about all of
And
it.
I
But
understand that. I used to be like that myself, but I find that when I feel prepared, I am less anxious. Miss Quigley, are there some other things you all look at to identify kids for Project Hope?
Wait, are they what?
Are there some other things, criteria you look at to identify your Project Hope kids?
No, I think you got it. It's really like those bubble kids. And then it's also the ones who work hard in class, show up
Mhm.
in class. They want to do well, they just need some additional attention.
And a
So
lot of it is test taking strategy. It's not just
it
pure
really is.
content, it's how to take the test. And when we've done this in the past, it's made a tremendous difference in every child. The first time we did this, every single child grew. If they started with developing, they were proficient. If they started with beginning, we had a student go from beginning to distinguished. That was a real feat. Student went from Algebra 1 support to fast track. That was a happy moment for us. We have a student, Claire Collins, who's written a book, and I have a copy of it. I am very excited to read The Allergy Adventurer. And Claire is just amazing. And she gave me a copy and a card. So this is going to be my Christmas reading. I'm very proud of her. She was featured in the principal's newsletter. And I'm just looking forward to some rest and relaxation over the break. I know the staff, we're all tired, but that's because we're working so hard to do the things we know we need to do to meet our students. So I'm very proud of the work we're doing. I'm proud of our teachers, and I couldn't be more happy. I know all of this hard work is going to pay off.
I appreciated the write-up about Claire in the newsletter. It was specific and really illustrated what she did. It was really lovely, and it makes North Atlanta look great, like
Yes.
these real unique kids who are doing, change
And
the
I'm
world.
trying to find it. We've got the problem is I think I need to highlight more students because we've got so many and it's so hard to choose. A cluster advisory report, Miss Wismer, you got anything for us?
I would just say, I was at the board meeting, and we're meeting again. We're meeting again, but I think pretty much everything is, there's still some moving parts, but I think it's, you know, um, pretty nailed down at this point. I think what everybody's looking at, the subcommittee that I'm on is the repurposing committee. So when we talk about all of these now buildings that we are going to have, what, and I probably like from you guys, like I would like to hear from our community. What do we, because what we need here may not be what they need in South Atlanta, where there's a food desert down in that cluster. And I do think that the new performing arts, not performing arts, but art school, performing, visual, everything, art school, where Carver cluster is collapsing. And Carver Carver College Prep. We got Carver STEAM, and I can't. That's the one that's the other one. That one is going to become the arts magnet school, and then once the charter runs out with STEAM, they're going to open it up to 6 through 12. So if that's the pathway they want to go, they are doing what they're calling. He called it something strange, but they're doing, it's basically like the zoned, you know, uh, I think he called it ghost zoning. I don't, but if you live around there, you'll get like first bid or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But they still are, but I don't think they're drawing it hard and fast. I didn't quite, I'm gonna have to wait till the next meeting to get more
I have a
clarification on that.
question for you.
Uh-huh.
And we have a huge arts, and I see Laura's hand is raised. So
And I was going to tell you about the other part too, but go ahead and ask me that
we
question.
have a huge arts program,
Mhm.
and how will that impact North Atlanta's
That
arts
was asked.
program?
That was asked. Okay, so what they were saying to us, because Lizzie Wicklund asked that question when this was first addressed, um, was to remember that again, you're bringing kids from the entire district into one school. So, they are not anticipating that because to hit that sweet spot also with the funding from the state, which is what this whole thing's about. So, because it's a small school stipend, lots of different things, but like to hit that sweet spot with the funding for the state, we have to stay at a certain level of enrollment for each of the schools. So they're going to need to have X amount of kids, and I can't remember off the top of my head what that number is. But they're also not going to overcrowd that space. So my understanding was don't anticipate this being a big hit to your currently existing programs.
Okay.
And the thing that is super exciting to me, somebody who's been teaching for a really, really long time and watched them dissolve the CTAE kind of stuff, like back when we used to have like auto
Yeah.
mechanics, and I mean, it's way beyond that now, but we're putting a biomedical high school and now, yeah. So the CTAE, ACCA, don't quote me on this exactly. ACCA is kind of merging in with this new biomedical
That's exciting.
CTAE and I think they're still trying to bring other partners in, but I don't quote me on this again either. I think Grady may be on with it. Like it's going to be very intensive. Like there are going to be far more offerings. One of the complaints that we kept hearing is, kids are signing up for ACCA and, they're only offering, I don't know, 6 programs and everybody wants to take HVAC. And if you don't get in there soon enough, you end up in, I don't know, whatever the other one was. And then they get a lot of kids who just don't flourish and don't do well over there because they just don't really have enough to offer them or enough space. So I'm super excited about that component of it. And that will be, I believe, I've looked at some, y'all have been to so many of these meetings and looked at so many dang slides. It's either going to be in the Washington or Douglas cluster. I can't remember where it's going to actually be located, but it's going to pretty much be located like in the downtown area. So, it's super exciting. Like, I mean, again, we can't make everybody happy. We'll see, it was a difficult process. But I feel like if anybody challenged why some of the decisions were made that they were made, if they saw everything that we saw, they would really understand that it was in the best interest of um, what was best for the district. And one of the things that he keeps telling us is that we've always been East Bloss dependent. So we would say as a district, we need $5 million more dollars. So, but whatever, let's vote on the East Bloss. And now and then after we got the 5 million, we would decide, well, let's give this school a new gym or let's put a new air, and instead of doing that, we're going to use the same formula with the birth rates and death rates and lived in data. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. I felt like an actuary when I was when I was doing this, but we're going to use that going forward. That's why they're calling it the comprehensive long range plan to drive our East Block. So when we start to see that there's issue, we're going to say, hey, we see this coming. Let's use this and be able to tell people this is what we want that's driving the East Block. So I think for being on the Lizzie and I both are on the repurposing subcommittee, is just really like, any suggestion, even if it doesn't have anything to do with our district, I mean, our cluster, like just anything that you see, like you think, would benefit, us up here. One of the main things I push for the whole district is I would like to see pre-K offered in at least 2 to 3 schools in every cluster, at least a minimum. And if we can we please try to get preschool at all of them? I mean, this is pie in the sky, that kind of stuff. But I mean, we all know that, pre-K it's very important. And if we can offer that to every child, in the district, but anything like that, y'all just, well, shoot me a text or an email. Let me know. And Laura, you can ask me what you're going to ask me.
It was actually circling back to what Dr. Mitchell was saying about highlighting, different kids and their accomplishments and all that kind of stuff. And there are so many of these amazing kids who have cured cancer by 10th grade and, they've swum in the Olympics by the time they're, a junior. But maybe there's also the kid that, came to North Atlanta and has just kind of broadened themselves as a person without actually accomplishing some incredible personal accomplishment. But they've just broadened as a person and they have that knowledge and that feeling that I started here and I've grown so much and it's because these 4 years have shaped me. And just kind of, things that have struggled or just also the pedestrian version of, the kids that cure cancer and are, Michelangelo by the time they're seniors. That was all.
And
Okay.
throughout the year, I mean, you could look at doing like
A
the warriors of the month, and teachers can pick, you can do it department wide or however you want and just highlight those kids, like kids that you're seeing a lot of growth in it. Like Laura said, it doesn't have to be, we see it here. We give them awards for, you attended, you were at 20% attendance and now you're at 60%. Yay,
may
you've got
be
improved
something
attendance.
that
So
we can add moving forward. Let teachers send me names of students and we just have Warrior highlight and a group of students because we have a lot of amazing students
yeah.
and I wish I could highlight them all. All right, I think we have gotten to the end of our meeting. Do we have any announcements?
I was just going to add on, I appreciate Laura's idea and completely agree. I think the important thing is to tell the story well with the specificity, right? And so probably there was a teacher involved who helped get the kid coming to school or, and so what created that change in attitude? They don't all have to be the cancer curers. So I think But making sure it's told well, and I don't know who's doing the copy for your newsletter, and you don't have the bandwidth, Dr. Mitchell, I'm sure, but I think that's the key piece, right? And that was the most interesting thing in the whole newsletter, reading about her, honestly.
Well, good. So there are no announcements. I think this is.
Well, it's not part of the real Go Team announcement, but I finished my master's coursework on Friday.
Woo!
Congratulations!
Congrats.
So
That's
proud of you.
amazing.
When will you
That's
start
so
your
amazing.
doctoral
Oh,
studies?
no.
Don't say no, Miss
But I am
Whitman.
gonna go for the
Congratulations.
specialist, but I'm gonna
Okay.
wait until the fall.
Okay, don't say no, because I said no to all that too. And guess what? And I'm starting my specialist at 51 years old. I'm starting it at University of Alabama
Well,
in January.
I'm
So I said
53
Congrats.
and
never.
I just got the master's, so it's all
Well,
good.
I'm
I'm
saying don't
proud
say
of
no
both
because you just
of
don't
you.
know. You will. Yeah, I've said
I'm really
yes.
proud of both of you.
Thanks.
And when you get that raise, Miss Quigley,
You're gonna notice it, I promise.
well, we've come to the end of our meeting.
Okay.
This is the end of our agenda. Do we have any additional business at this time?
No,
Okay. May I have a motion to end the meeting?
I make a motion to end.
Is there a
Adjourn.
second?
I second Ms. Quigley.
And Miss
All right.
Whitmer. Yeah. Way to go,
Y'all,
Miss
we
Quigley.
finished this in exactly and actually less than 56 seconds. I think our meetings are quicker when we do them virtually. I actually like the virtual meeting. Is this something because I don't think we're sharing the link, so we don't have to meet face to face. We can continue virtual if you guys like it.
That works for me.
I like it. I don't know. It just
I may still want to come in person
well,
just
come
'cause
on.
I'm old school,
And if
but
I mean, we still have the hybrid setup, but
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
really like it virtual.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I want everybody, I'm going to stop recording.